Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm working on the Seadoo GTX cylinders. I'm really not sure if this is going to work. I've got some pretty decent grooves right here. Hopefully that's coming up on camera. I've honed these cylinders already. They're pretty smooth. This one here looks really good. I don't feel any spots in it at all in it. This one here, everything feels good except right there. And what I've done, I also taken my ring out of my piston. I can lay it in here, and there is a little bit of a gap right there. And then I've got a little bit down here, which I really don't know how far. I think the piston just goes right below, because it's your exhaust port. I think it drops just below your intake here. So I don't know how much that little area right there is going to affect anything. I'm not real sure what actually caused that, if that's like a coating or what. So anyway, I'm gonna try honing this a little more. I got some new pads that I picked up, so we'll see how this goes. If this doesn't work, I'm really not sure which direction I'm gonna go yet. I may just get new cylinders. I think I can heat this up, press these out, install new ones, or I may go see if I can get this board. I need to look into it because I'm really not sure. I know then you get into another mess of stuff with the Ray valves, you know, making them clear and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna try honing this. I've got my hone set up here. It's just a cheapie from Harbor Freight. I'm gonna run it. I've got some oil that I'll use to lube the cylinder up as I'm doing that, and we will cut back and see if it comes out or not. I don't know. I really don't know that it's going to, but we'll see what happens. I hope it does, but man, I mean, you guys can see all that kind of down in here along that side. Like if you look at this cylinder, how smooth everything's uniform. So those are the issues that I'm having. We'll see if it'll come out. I don't know that it's going to with the hone. I think it's probably a little past that, but we'll see what happens. Right now, I think I'm still within spec when I mic it. And again, kind of what I'm doing here. I need to get the old good piston out. But basically what I've done is kind of stuck my ring down in here, and you can measure your ring gap right there. And then the other thing I'm looking at is when I shove that, which I should have probably flipped that over. When I put this ring in here, I don't know the spec. I need to look up the spec, what this thing's supposed to be at as far as the ring gap. I need a piston, to be honest, to push it in there and keep everything straight, but I don't know if that's gonna come out on camera or not. Maybe not. But there is a small gap right in there. Maybe you guys can pick that up. There's one kind of on that side, and a little bit right in there. So yeah, I need to look up this spec here and see how many thousandths or whatever that ring gap right there needs to be as well. So anyway, I'm gonna give this a shot, see what happens, and I'll cut back here in just a minute once I get it done. All right guys, so I've been working on this for a little bit. I'll let you guys kind of see there. Definitely getting really close. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, I may have to throw up a before and after once we get there, but really close to having that almost completely out. There's still just a touch right here. There's probably, I can really feel it right there. a little bit in here, but basically here in the middle, it's almost completely gone. Probably touch right there, but yeah, you guys can see that it's getting closer. I put my ring in here. One thing I was looking at too is comparing this ring gap here on the cylinder I've honed in comparison to the one that there's a lot of oil that's shot over there, but comparing it to the other cylinder there, and they're really close. So I'm not taking off a ton of material, which is what I was kind of worried. But yeah, you can still slightly feel that. Well, basically what you guys can see, that's kind of the higher, or the indentation. So almost worked it out. I mean, you guys can see the gap now. The middle's almost completely smooth. I've got just these two outers, and like I said, this is gone right in here. Barely can feel anything, so I'm really close. So I think this will continue to work out. I think I can get it, so I'm gonna keep working on this, and then like I said, I'll find out what my ring gap, what it should be, tolerances are, and we'll see what happens. Kind of the main reason why I want to get this, I've already ordered everything to rebuild it back to standard piston size, which is 88 millimeters or something like that, 87.9, somewhere in there. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it, see if I can get that worked out just a little bit more. Even down here, this is right below this exhaust is coming out. I mean, there's still some slight spots right there, but again, I'm not quite as concerned with that because it's on the bottom side of the exhaust stroke. So your compression and stuff's going to be once it gets above that. I think, at least the way, if I understand how this works, having that little bit right in there is not going to affect anything because all your ports are in that area. So, but yeah, we'll keep working on this and see what happens here. All right, guys, I'm actually very pleased with how this came out. I think I am going to be okay. I really won't know until I put it together and I do a compression test on this, but yeah, I'm super happy with how that turned out. Basically everything is gone. Cylinder walls look awesome all the way around. So yeah, super happy. Here's the one. I went ahead and honed this one just a touch more. You can see where the piston stops here. I didn't go ahead and take that all the way out like it ended up taking this one, but yeah, cylinder walls look really good now. So I'm gonna call it as good as it's gonna get. Even right here on the bottom of the exhaust, that all came out. Sorry, I don't know if it's zooming in. There we go. And you can see just a tiny bit right on the edge, but yeah, I think it looks really good. So Hone worked well. I did have to replace the stones. I did wear through one set, so you guys can see kind of, let me see if I can set these up there. The difference there, this set is almost new. I used it just at the very end, and this is the cheap Harbor Freight set, so that could be part of it. Maybe these just aren't, the material isn't as good, maybe, I'm not sure. But you can buy these aftermarket. I should have done a video on that, I guess, and shown how to do that, because I don't know how many people know, but you can buy these at O'Reilly's or AutoZone or different places, and they're just replacement pads. So some of the original ones, they come pop riveted together like this one. So basically I just took a pair of cable cutters, clipped my pop rivets, pulled them out, and then put these on. So again, these stones, they're both mediums, so I don't know, these just seem to hold up a lot better than the Harbor Freight ones did. But again, came out awesome. If I do my little, I need to go find my filler gauges and see what this distance is, but pretty much I can pop that in there, and you can kind of see, I'm not talking about this gap, I'm talking about the one further in right there. So you guys can see that, not a whole lot there. I'll put it over here on the one I didn't do near as much on. We'll try to get it all down here even. You guys can see that gap as well. A little bit of a shadow there, but so yeah, not a whole lot of difference, to be honest. So I need to find my filler gauges to kind of see what that is, but yeah, they're really close. I mean, they're within probably, I couldn't even tell you, 1,000 cents of thought maybe I had my mic in here. And let's get the, I have two. My mic must be up front. I was going to put the mic on it. I had it up front whenever I was seeing if these are standard bore or what they were. So, wish I had my mic because I'm betting we're not talking 0.001 maybe, guessing difference. So when I did these originally, they were actually just a hair under 88 millimeters. So I think like 87.9-ish, which is factory. That's what they're supposed to be at. So yeah, I'm betting they're still right there in the same ballpark. So I don't think I took off much material at all. Again, when you could put your finger across that, you could feel it, but it wasn't like real deep gouging. It was just a imperfection that you could run your hand over. And I mean, you could see where the hone wasn't hitting it. So I'm gonna end this video here. Basically got the cylinders ready. I'm gonna clean these up again, get all the ports, everything blown out, cleaned up. Try to get my pistons out probably today as well, and then see if I can get my, I need to do some research on these ray valves. The one's got some small nicks in it. I think I can work it down, but I'm not sure, I guess how to set those as far as the spring. I believe there's a spring on the backside and you turn it down so many times, blah, blah, blah. I need to do some more research on that because I'm not completely clear on how those set up. So I'm gonna look that up, make sure I'm doing stuff right there. If not, I can just get new ray valves, and they're a little bit pricey, but hey, if the motor goes back together and runs right, then it's worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here, and this is kind of part one. Originally, I wasn't expecting to go this far. I really thought that I could hone this and clean it, put it back together. Again, this took a little more honing than I originally expected, and also I honestly was not sure I was going to get that out. I thought I was going to be going back and ordering new cylinders or new sleeves at the bare minimum, and they're roughly like, I think the cheapest ones you can get like $60 a piece or something, but most of them are right around the $100 bill each. And then being able to heat this up, get these out, get the new ones in, and then you still have to hone some of those or even bore them even once you get them. So looking at just buying a cylinder or a complete jug assembly, I think the cheapest kind of reman one on eBay was like $400. So, or you can go to SPT and buy the whole kit's like $560 or some crap with everything. So to be honest, if I would have checked this out probably before, that's probably the direction I would have went. But see how this goes. Worst case scenario, I get it put back together and I got low compression, I have to pull it back apart. So fingers crossed that's not the case. But if anybody has any questions on this, let me know. We'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks again.